they've attacked a mosque. They've tried to attack other mosques. We know people in cars have been stopped and targeted to see if they're Muslims. We know a hostel housing asylum seekers was set on fire. Police officers protecting Muslims have been attacked. So Muslims are scared. It's understandable. Leaders I've spoken to just now in the roundtable, their congregation are scared. Many of their parents whose children return to school are scared. And my job as the mayor, working with the police, working with the government, working with Londoners, is to make sure Londoners, particularly those who are Muslim, those aren't just safe, but they feel safe as well, because these are British citizens. They've not broken the law, they've done nothing wrong, and they're feeling scared, and that's not right. I know that I'm targeted because I'm a Muslim. I know this because I have police protection as a result. I've spoken to family and friends who are scared because they're Muslim. These racists, these far-right extremists, don't discriminate between this Muslim and that Muslim. We're all targets. Unfortunately, though, this hatred and misinformation is amplified on social media, and it spreads before there's a chance to rebut it. Broadcasters like you, newspapers, have rules placed upon them, and you play by the rules. Unfortunately, the social media has given the impression of being a no-rules environment. The rules don't apply to them, and they should apply to them about misinformation, disinformation, incitement to hatred. A criminal offence. So what I've asked the new government to do is to implement the act as soon as possible. If it needs change, change. And what I'd say to the social media companies, unless you take responsibility yourself, don't be surprised if there's regulation. It's good politicians to be teachers. We should be educating the public in a non-patronising way about what's happening in real life. And I'm afraid when mainstream politicians use words like, in inverted commas, invasion, when it comes to migrants, use words like, this is an Islamist country, or words like London is run by Islamists, which is what's been said by senior conservative politicians, that leads to a dehumanization of Muslims, of a dehumanization of asylum seekers, refugees and migrants. They don't think we're human, they think we're subhuman. That's not good. That feeds into a narrative which leads to a situation where hostels are firebombed because they're housing asylum seekers. Places of worship are targeted because they're places of worship for Muslims and so forth. That's why I think politicians have a responsibility to use language carefully, because the consequences are Muslims being scared. And unfortunately, mosques need this support because they're worried about being targeted, and many people aren't going to the mosque to pray because they feel scared.